Whether one feels it or does not, the grace acts. Even when you're unaware, the grace showers its light upon you. The grace, says the Mother, is infinite, and its love and compassion are boundless. If the grace it is that it is to achieve ultimately, is there any real necessity for effort? There is, answers Sri Aurobindo, for the grace acts in its own conditions. Until those conditions are fulfilled, the seeker has to put his contribution of personal effort. The conditions demanded are of a perfect sincerity, of utter surrender. Now, sincerity is a very nuanced word. What would be the different nuances of sincerity? Transparency, honesty, not fulfilling your desires under the guise of I'm doing it for the divine. Transparency again. And Mother says it beautifully, sincerity is allowing no influence to touch you but that of the divine. So that reminds me, in the Shama Kumari's vignettes, there was a beautiful story of a sadhak who had a dream that there were two tall figures who had come through his door, and they seemed to be bearing a bag of herbs. And in his dream, he's telling those figures that I don't know who you are, but if you've come from the Mother, welcome. Otherwise, please leave instantly. I mean, sincerity had gone that deep into his subconscious that even in his sleep state, he's saying that I'll be open to only a messenger from the Mother. Then anyway, the dream ended, and later on he asked the Mother was in her body, that was it correct what I saw in my dream? And who were these beings? So she said they were probably the Ashwini twins, you know, those twins who heal with herbs. But that's just a story. So now, the conditions demanded are of perfect sincerity, of utter surrender to the divine. Sincerity in this context means a total unification of all one's movements of body, mind and life around the central idea. And surrender is a big term. Mother said it very beautifully. Surrender is the decision to hand over the responsibility of your life to the divine. Shraddhaya deyam. I've given away this problem to you, now it's your baby. If I keep worrying about it, my surrender is incomplete, isn't it? I haven't given it away. It is a sadhana in itself. The true path is surrender, complete, absolute, unconditional surrender to the divine. If you give yourself entirely to the divine without asking for anything in exchange, if you merge your consciousness in the divine, it will put an end to your sufferings. But the surrender must be total, unconditioned, unbargaining, and absolute, including all your desires, your needs, your likings, your dislikings, your wishes, your wants, your wills, everything that constitutes your small person. And then you will find peace. The central process is to direct inward your consciousness, which is normally turned outward. The discipline must be constantly practiced, and little by little all parts of your being turn towards your soul instead of turning to the exterior and physical consciousness and being caught in it. Very difficult. If we are honest, sometimes days and days go by and we are only externally turned. We are not internalized at all. What Sri Aurobindo is saying is constantly the gaze should be within, and you live from inside out rather than constantly looking at the outside and seeing I have to do this, I have to do that. The best way to hasten this change is the habit of going within. This is beautiful. Mother's words, these are mother's words, pay attention. For going within, you must sit comfortably or lie down, gather and bring back all the threads of your consciousness which are tied up to all the people and things around you. All that you think of, all that you want to do, etc., etc. So when you're sitting, right now your consciousness is thinking, this, I chatted with him, that I have to do, this happened, that happened. So she's saying you must sit comfortably or lie down and bring back all the threads of your consciousness. Disconnect with the world. I read something very beautiful. In Finland, they train their children to have a short period of time before they sleep. It's called your worry hour. So the children take out a book and they write down everything that's worrying them. Then they are given a mandate. Now you're not allowed to worry about it. Now you go to sleep without worrying about it. Now it sounds, but as the children grow up, they learn to be able to cut off from emotions when they want to and process them when they have the time to. We are not suppressing it. We are giving them time to let it out. But then we are saying now, so when you sit to meditate, it's a training. I'll worry about this or I'll think about this afterwards. For these 15 minutes or whatever time, I'm not allowed to think about it. So, for going within, you must sit comfortably or lie down, gather and bring back all the threads of your consciousness which are tied up to people and things around you, all that you think of, all that you want to do. Once this is done, you focus all your attention inside yourself, deep inside your chest, the psychic center, and you concentrate there until you reach a state of peace and immobility. You may not succeed the first time, but you will try again and again until you succeed. In that state of quiet and silent immobility, you will be in contact with your soul, unite with it and feel free. So cut your threads with everything outside, go within and concentrate. And Mother somewhere else writes, bring an attentive silence, as if you're trying to listen to something that has no sound. But just listen with that attentive silence and don't try to do anything. See, we'll try to talk to the mother, bring her image, and all that is fine. But another way is to just concentrate here and do nothing, but just listen and listen and listen.